Will is the key. Willpower. I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. I don't know much as you do, I'm sure. I'm sure everybody in here is more learned than I, much more of a scholar than I. But I know about coming back from seemingly unsurmountable odds. I know about coming back from when doctors tell you that you can't or that you shouldn't. Oh, you're too old. You shouldn't be. You should sit down somewhere and take it easy. Yeah, I got my AARP card in my wallet right now. In the same group. So you should sit down, sir, because of your diagnosis, and don't do a damn thing. Bullshit. Hell no. Every time I go to the doctor, they tell me what I shouldn't be doing, and what I should be doing, and what I won't do, and what I can't do. And I politely go out the door and do whatever the fuck I want to do. And I'm gonna do that until they throw dirt on top of me. This is my life. And I choose to live it the way I want to live it. I won't let you decide how I live this life. I don't care how long or short it is. It's mine, motherfucker. And I'm gonna use it how I see fit. So your stories motivate me. They say, oh, after 35 years of lifting weights and open heart surgery and dying 3 times on the operating table, CT, what motivates you? Your story motivates me. Your story motivates me. The stories of extreme will. People that came through something or circumstances that they were not supposed to go through. You just ain't supposed to be able to do it. But he did it any goddamn way. It is impossible until some crazy son of a bitch has the audacity to believe that no matter what the expert or the doctor says, I can still do that shit. And if you don't believe it, just sit your ass down over there and watch me do it. How do you teach people to not look at something and say immediately, because the appearance, I can't do it. I give up before they even attempt it. Oh, that's overtraining. Simply because it sounds like more than I ever done before. I can't do that. I won't even try. I won't even try. I give up before I even try. No. Oh, I tried, but I fell short. I tried my best, but I fell short. Is there victory in that? Goddamn right it is. Anytime that you give your best effort, that you give everything that you possibly can give, there is satisfaction in knowing that I did my absolute best. I did all I could do. there's victory in that. There's satisfaction in that. Effort is so important. It is so important. The effort that you give. My last competition, I was unsuccessful in my attempt, but I consider it my greatest competition. Why, CT? You didn't get it. Because the day before that competition, my doctor looked me in the face and he said, if you go out there and you try to bench press 705 pounds, it's gonna kill you. Your valve is too weak, it'll be too much of a strain, it will explode right there on the stage and you're gonna die in front of all them people. That's my doctor told me that. I have trained my whole life for this. I've devoted my life to this. This is the reason for my existence. This is why I am here. And you asking me if I am going to compete? Of course I'll compete. And if I do happen to die on that stage tomorrow, then you know what? So fucking be it. So be it. I'ma do that fucking shit anyway. I'ma do it anyway. I'm gonna go out the king, the ruler, the beast that I was born to. So do what you may.
So I woke up this morning. Well, I should say, Scarface woke me up. Sat on the edge of the bed and thought to myself, what the fuck? Where is this sense of obligation coming from? Like, why continue to do this? I didn't know. I had no idea why spend all this extra time doing this and why discuss my life. I really don't understand where it's coming from anymore. You know, I used to, and there was a lot of passion behind that. You know, I've talked about so much, I've dealt with so much, I've overcome so much. You know, yeah. So my life got turned upside down 3 months ago, and I had to replan everything, and sent me into this manic spiral, and I had to use cocaine to make sense of it all and plan everything. You know, you know, it's definitely not loneliness. I don't crave that in my life. I don't crave the need to talk to people. I talk to myself enough. Is it ego? Is it ego? Is it my ego that wants to prove that someone with my situation can can say what can't be done. Haven't I proved that already? Ego shouldn't be, and this shouldn't be part of this. Is there a part of me that is trying to be selfless? You know, wants to continue this not for me, but for other people? Maybe. What's left to prove? Like, what's is getting hopefully. I think in the last video I came across like already got the job. It's because I should have already get the job. Like, it's a formality, but you never know. Am I trying to prove it? Would that be the last? Would that be the finish line? Would that be the last piece of having having what seems like an ordinary world? You know, is that the last challenge to actually test everything I've learned, everything about myself? Is that the final test? Will that be the real test to live like most people, grinding it out 45, 50 hours a week, you know, finding time for your passion, finding time for relationships? Is that the real test? Is that what I still need to prove? That it's possible? You know? Fuck, I don't know, maybe. Maybe. So I'll be honest, I want to stop telling this story. I really do. But like I said, there's a sense of obligation to continue it, and it's driving me fucking crazy. Maybe, you know, one thing it could be too, it could be the way people view success, right? Most people judge other people by having their shit together, or they're happy through material things, you know. Always got a nice house, or got a nice car, or, you know, that kind of a thing. It's not judged by what's in here, right? As a success. And maybe that's part of it. You know, maybe I don't feel that people will think that someone with my mental illness can be successful unless I attain those things. You know? I don't know. But it's bugging me. It's really bugging me. And I don't even know how to move forward with this. I don't want to talk about my personal life anymore. There certainly isn't, like, what do I vlog about the daily challenges? But doesn't that come off as just griping? You know, I'm not a complainer. I don't want to complain. I've documented my challenges more than enough. You know? What do you guys think? Like, there's no doubt that in the near future, my life is going to change so drastically. I'm going to be so out of my comfort zone. Why? Because there's going to be a whole lot of options that are going to open up, right? A lot of options, and we all know that's a massive trigger, right? Oops. And we all know that's a massive trigger. And I don't know, what do I do? Gripe about that stuff? Do I talk about that stuff? Do I talk about how I've overcome some stuff? Like, fuck, it just... The scope of that just seems fucking exhausting. Seems exhausting to talk about. You know, I just want to... I just want normalism. Is that something that I want to champion? It's just been so much for so long. I just want to sit back and relax and enjoy life. I don't have to worry about, oh fuck, I need to talk about this today, and I need to talk about this today, and I need to post this picture of this and post this picture of that. It just seems like I couldn't. Oh, got peanut stuck in my tooth. I don't do this forever. But that's the cool thing about manic states is like, I think the next 3 days, the job that I plan on getting, I'm actually filling in for a guy because he quit, well, he left, resigned. So there's no driver to take his place. So I'm doing 2 shifts. I work, sometimes start at 3:30 in the morning. Like, well, 10 or 11, then I got to come back and do my normal shift from 5 to 8, 9, 10, whatever it is. Where was I going? Oh, yeah. And over the next 3 days, like, I'm pretty calm right now. And over the next 3 days, this is going to compound these hours, and I'm going to get tired, and I'm going to get manic, and not in a negative way. It's just I just start switching gears, right? Go into those manic energy reserves, and it's during those times where the manic perception takes over, and all the story ideas come into fruition, and fucking and the next thing you know, I'm rattling off 10 videos about nothing, and spending fucking 10 hours writing essays, and all that time takes away for some stuff I should be concentrating on, whether it be the gym or a relationship or fucking going over any mail that I get that has specific instructions how to not fuck up my life. You know, I think that's the big part of it is doing videos and posting, and it's a fucking distraction. It's a fucking distraction. Even though previously it was a distraction, there was a lot of purpose behind it, right? Um, I'm very aware of the realities of my condition. I know my strengths. I know my weaknesses. I know what I have to do um, to get me through to the next day or tomorrow, or I know what I have to do, and the protocols I lay down for myself. Um, but there's always this sense of obligation to continue it, and it fucking makes me angry. It makes me angry. It's almost like I don't have control over that part of it. I have more control over my cocaine use than I do over my manic ideas of continuing a story. How crazy is that? Like, I'll admit, sure, the last 3 months, there's lots that's happened, and there was a lot I had to think about. But I tell you, it was sure fucking nice not worrying about fucking social media, posting videos and shit like that. Like, not having that in my life felt good. It felt really good having that break. You know what it is too, I think maybe I hate being forced to do something that I don't want to do, or I think is for a good reason, or it's like there's almost like there's two people, there's two people living here, me and him, it's and it's the him that's telling the story, and that part of me, it doesn't shut off. You guys are all quiet. I had to spend a few hours shoveling snow, filling the bathtub up. It's nice and mild. They're hopeful that the pipes will break loose and unfreeze, but no, once they're fucking frozen to the ground, they're fucking frozen. It's just such a fucking distraction. Wish my manic personality would realize that. um, finally got everything sorted out with my truck driver's license. What a fucking nightmare. Oh, fuck me, what a fucking nightmare. Oh my god. What a fucking nightmare. But it definitely exposed a lot of holes in the way I was living. I really enjoyed the way I was living. I really did. Previous to 3 months ago. Fuck, I was so focused. I was so happy. Everything was just fucking perfect. 4-year plan. Oh. And I didn't feel rushed. I was taking my time with things, you know. You know, it feels like I'm all rushed again. Maybe that's what it is too. Maybe that's what it is too, you know. That could be it. My desire to not do videos anymore came when I was at my most calmest and most together and most peaceful and most on track. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what's behind it is the chaos. The chaos needs to be shared and communicated, and for what purpose? So I don't know. I don't know. Because it doesn't. It's not like I do a video and I got 50,000 comments cheering me on. You know, like there's no addiction there. You know, there's no. I don't get no dopamine hit from a like or a comment. You know, that's everything too, you know. It'd be nice to have some passive income from that YouTube channel. Well, the YouTube channel. You know, it would be nice, but I think that would really trigger manic thoughts of like obligation to keep doing it, and then I don't want to feel that. You know, I don't want to feel obligated to do fucking anything. I think it's just because I was trapped for so long, you know, and I felt like my hands were tied and felt like I was drowning for so long and with no escape. And now that I have the freedom in so many ways, I don't know. It's a lot to think about. Add to the pile. It's weird how when I write the different that's been really interesting. The zone, or the manic zone that I go into, the manic perspective I go into when I write, is very strange. I really don't quite understand it. Because I can't communicate what I write. But when I'm actually writing something, it just flows. It just flows. Something. Why can't I speak that way? You know. Learned so much, but yet so much is still a mystery. So much is still a mystery of bipolar disorder and how it affects the brain and your thoughts and ideas and interactions with people. It was, should we talk about her? Let's talk about her. You might have heard of me talk about my Egyptian bipolar goddess. You may have written about her. Yeah, I did write a lot about her in our relationship. She's the one helping me with my laundry. As you know, our relationship is very unique. We have an interesting balancing act between personal and business, and personal affection, and it's strange, and it really fucked me up for a while to try and understand it. You know, because I understood why she lived the life that she's living, because she's bipolar too, and she has other issues, and she's got her own world that's bulletproof, and she wants to keep it that way, right? So an introduction of some man or whatever is only going to complicate things, which I totally understand. I totally get, because I'm fucking same way. Not gonna say who, but I was having a conversation with someone about this relationship I was having with her, and the conflict in me, and whatever. And this person said she didn't agree with the business part of our relationship. It's just, Scott, you shouldn't be paying for that. She's not a friend. She's just using you. It's not possible. I stopped thinking about it, and I just accepted it for what it was. I wasn't reading no more. I stopped reading into the situation in our relationship. I treated business as business, and when we crossed the line personally, I took it as such, and never allowed my manic thoughts to go off on a fucking a circus of analysis, right? But a very strange thing happened. A very strange thing. She invited me to use her shower, use her laundry. And it was a very, very unique experience. It was like I knew exactly what to do in her space. I knew exactly what to do. And I felt that she was stressed out about having me over and in that personal setting. Like, I've been over before as a friend, but this was different. And I sensed that, that's why I thought it was so appreciative. I was so appreciative, and I thought that was a very cool thing for her to do, because I got the sense that, I was going to be invading her space, and she was going to feel uncomfortable. She has a routine that she adheres to after work, and and I picked up on that right away. It was like I was looking at myself. The things she said, she's very, get out of my way, let me do this, And it never came across, I never took it as personal. It was just like, it was almost, I really understood that I was in her space. I really understood the problems that I was creating being there. And in saying that, I took the appropriate action. And it threw her off. I know it threw her off. She wasn't expecting that at all. Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting, and then then I could feel, during the visit and my time there that you could see it, her guard come down, she's relaxing, and it was actually her, it was fucking up. She was expecting to feel the same way when friends or family come over and disrupts her shit. Like, that's the way she's prepared for it. She's guarded for it, right? And when someone's into her space and all of a sudden, like, the fuck, like, okay, well, why isn't this affecting me like other people? Because I understood. Well, not completely, but I felt it. You just get a sense of how to be with somebody. And she's so much like me, from the bipolar part of it, that it was very easy for me to be like I was there and I wasn't there. I just sat quietly, working on my essay, and she was working out, doing her thing, and she kept seeing if I was okay. I said, babe, just do your thing, man. I'm not even here. But she'd do her thing for a while. Then she's, are you sure? You sure okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Relax. Pretend I'm not even here. And the next thing you know, she's getting all affectionate, and I'm thinking, fucking right on, yeah, sure, it's great for us and our friendship, but it felt good. It felt good to give her what I know that I wanted. Like when my family comes over here, I'm all fucked up. My routine's all screwed up, it's, yeah, so, and it was funny, she kept asking me if I wanted anything to eat. She asked me twice if I had something to eat. You want something to drink? I said, fucking fine. Finally, fuck it. I said, I'll have a cup of coffee. So she gets off her contraption there and comes over and she goes, what kind of coffee you want? I said, just instant's fine. So we don't have instant. I mean, what do you mean don't have instant coffee? We doesn't have instant coffee. She's got all this, ground specialized coffees, and she's got to do a whole process. I'm like, holy fuck, babe, I just need instant coffee, man. You don't have to go through this whole process. So she goes through this whole process to make me this coffee. And she goes, what do you take? I said, I take milk and sugar, cream and sugar. She said, well, I have no milk and I have no sugar. I drink it black. I'm like, she says, but I have almond milk. I'm like, okay, we'll throw almond milk in there. I have cane sugar. I'm like, okay, throw cane sugar in there. And we were doing this dance around the counter, I'm getting in her way, and but it was cool because for the first time, it's like, it just brought our friendship to another level. There's no, there's nothing, there's no, what's the word I'm looking for? There's no delusions about us becoming a couple and any of that. It was just nice to share in a relatable bipolar experience together, if that makes any fucking sense. She fit. She fit, and I fit. And it's been a long fucking time since I felt like that. A fucking long time. Where you're doing this graceful dance with this person you're interacting with. It's very comfortable. It's very familiar. And I think she started to feel that as well. So that was interesting. That was interesting. But the part of it, that just like cocaine use, that's why I hate talking to friends and family about my life, is they have a predetermined response or thought to the way I do things and the people in my life. And they're fucking always fucking wrong. Always wrong. This person I was talking to was judging her pretty harshly. And I just said, you don't understand. You don't understand. And in that moment with her, I was completely validated. But I knew it. I knew it in my heart. I knew it. But she's the one who said, how can I help you? She felt, she felt something, right? What can I do to help? It meant a lot. It meant a lot. So that was a great experience. That felt really good. Because like I said, I haven't connected to someone since I got sick. 10 years ago was the last time I really felt connected to somebody. Yeah. Let's turn that heat off. Oh. Time is it? 1:30. Okay, I don't know. I think I'll end this here and see how the rest of the week goes and see where my manic thoughts bring me. I only don't want to touch on the last video I did, maybe clarify a few things. If I gave the impression that I use cocaine every day, every second day, every third day, every fourth day, that is not the case. That is not the case. If you want to know more about that, there's an essay where I talk about protocols and how it's run instinctively. There has never been a point where I've used every day. There's never been a point where I've used twice in a day, 3 times in a day. In a considerably long time. There is no set pattern how I use. Sure, there are planned days of recreation. But if I gave you the sense that the last 3 months all I did was get fucking high on cocaine every day for 3 months, and that's certainly not the case. Sometimes I realize I take a lot of things for granted when I'm doing these videos and telling you stories. Is that each video that I do, I take it for granted that people have read the essays or watched the video beforehand, so I can understand how a lot of things can be taken out of context and misunderstood. So I just wanted to clarify that point. It's certainly not the case. I haven't had, I don't have my phone with me, but it's probably been a week and a half maybe. Because I was going through the shit with my license and I couldn't even think straight. I was so escalated. I couldn't function and I wasn't coming down off of it. So of course I made a phone call and did what I had to do, and sure enough, the day after I was able to get my bearings and calm down and be able to take a breath and and reassess the situation and change my perspective. It's how I do things. It's how I've gotten this far, like I said, I don't fully understand it. I just know the end result. So I want to make that perfectly clear. What else did I hear about that video? I don't do videos high on cocaine. If there is a video where it may seem like I am, I'm just rambling, well, that's just me escalated. That's just me hypomanic. That's I made a promise to myself long ago that I would never ever do a video under the influence of anything. I remember doing one and I deleted it right away because I wanted to give people a true representation of what it's like to be bipolar. The states, the characteristics, the mannerisms of someone who's manic or elevated or maybe down. Everything that you see before you is presented in the most truthful way possible. And that's the way I want to keep it. That's the way I want to keep it. As authentic as possible. Okay, that's all I'm going to say for now, I think. I think that was enough. So yeah, here we are, the finish line. Away we go. When I think about the videos that came out in the last year or two that I've done, and the story arcs, and where they've gone, and who knows what's going to lie ahead of us here. You know, I can see a lot of pitfalls coming my way, and I can see a lot of good things coming my way. So let's see how it goes. Till I see you guys again. Take care of yourselves, to each other. Chrome, bless you all. You guys want to say goodbye? You want to say goodbye? You want to say goodbye? They say goodbye.
Mental wounds not healing. Life's a bitter shame. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train.